Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Deathmatch Russell Podcast. Let's get it on! Come into the ring, step into the fire, see what you want, baby. If your heart has desire, and get out, get knocked down. Deathmatch Russell Podcast, Deathmatch Russell Podcast, Deathmatch Russell Podcast.
That was weird. Did you hear that? Good evening, everyone. You're listening to another app.
You're
Good
live
evening,
right
everyone,
now.
and you're listening to another episode of the Deathmatch Russell Podcast. I know. Don't test me. Good evening, everyone. You're listening to another. I know. You're listening to another episode of the Deathmatch Russell Podcast. My guest at this time, the one and only, the host of the Everett Lee Show himself, Everett Lee.
What's up, David? It's been a while since I've done anything with you. Back during the adrenaline wrestling days.
Yeah. Yes. How you doing, Everett? It's been a while since we've done one of these talked wrestling. Just talk wrestling and other crap as well.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
so how was your? Yeah, it's been busy. It's I know it was Memorial Day, and a lot of wrestling happened in the areas as well. Did you get to go out and see some wrestling over the weekend or past weekend?
Actually, Go Wrestle was supposed to have a show on Saturday, but they canceled it.
Oh, jeez. So
yeah,
flipped
canceled
on the
it.
So you sat in the house and threw some old episodes or something on. You had to or catch up on wrestling.
Well, actually, I was supposed to go over to my brother's house and watch Night of Champions, and he got sick. He's in the hospital right now with his elbow acting up again. The same one he had to have surgery on, and it sucks, man. It does. It does.
I just had a tag on my shirt. Thanks, folks, for not telling me. Okay, you're welcome. But, yeah. Other than that, yeah. Anything in the world WWE? I've been like a little break, like just vacation break, like just chilling, really catching up on other stuff as well.
Yeah,
I see all the news and stuff about the blood still, and the bloodline, and I don't know. Is that finally over? Is that done and over with?
Oh, Bloodline? No. Man. They just took it a step further there at Night of Champions, They pretty much, when you thought it was going to go one way, it went another way. And it was just amazing how they did that. They did that story. That's one of the greatest good storylines they got going on right now in that company right now with the Bloodline, because it's just, you're so invested in that story. You're so invested on what's going to happen next. And I'm drawn in like everybody else, hook, line, sinker, because when you think it's starting to get stale one moment, it flips a 180 and takes you in another direction. You're like, oh, I didn't see that coming.
Right.
Yeah.
I hear you. Yeah, I caught a little bit of the results, and just catching up now. I'm just playing catch up this month, so I can catch up on TV wrestling, and of course AEW. I haven't really caught the tails ends of what's going on there lately, but there's lots of stuff going down.
Yeah. I ended up
posting.
Yeah, I ended up
what?
like AEW, I didn't get to watch Double or Nothing because it's hard for me to watch AEW because I don't have no cable. So I don't get to watch AEW. I get to watch Dark Elevation and Dark on Monday and Tuesdays. I get to watch those, but I don't get to watch Dynamite, Rampage, or anything. Or when I'm over at my brother's house Friday night watching SmackDown, he's already too tired to watch Rampage, and he can't keep up with it because there's so much stuff. There's only so much wrestling and names that he can keep up with because then he starts getting confused, and he's like, "I'm just sticking with one." I'm like, "All right, whatever, which one you want to pick there. I'll come over, hang out, watch it. We get to hang out. That's the deal we get to do."
Well, I know. I was gonna say I did see the news about there was a couple of matches that were really were coming along that they were building up, and finally, I guess Moxley had a match versus Kenny Omega, I believe it was.
Double or Nothing. They had their Blackpool. It was the Elite versus the Blackpool Club, whatever it is. You see how much I keep up with.
I know. Yes, me too. You know that. But we're just rolling with the punches. Come on.
Yeah. I'm trying to pull up the card right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to look too.
Yeah. I'm just sitting here looking.
I see Jade Cartwheel, Cargill at
Cargill.
60.0.
Yeah, she went 60-0. I was reading that right there. I cannot believe they did that. They pulled something out that a WWE thing would happen, and it's like, wow, this is crazy. I can't believe they did that. She defended her title against who was it she went up against? And she won, and then Chris Statlander comes back and then challengers right then and there. They do a match, and then she beats Jade. Didn't Chris Statlander wrestle against Jade back before she got injured and got her ass kicked? If I remember that, I could be wrong. Someone can tell me if that happened or not.
Oh,
Everett,
look at this. I'm just seeing this. There's a video clip of evidently it was a tag team match. You had Double J and Jay Lethal, and I guess Jay Briscoe here versus FTR. Can we pull this clip up online? Can we pull this up? Let's see. It's on Twitter. It's on Twitter. You want me to send it to you?
Yeah. I'm trying to pull up right now the results for AEW. Let me go ahead and pull that up here. There's a lot. There's a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
There it is. Can you
send it to me on Twitter?
You know how to do it. Oh, on Twitter. Okay.
Yeah, on Twitter. Right. Yeah, I'll share it on my end here. Okay, there. I got the results. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Do you need?
Okay.
You want to send it to Twitter? Send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me on Twitter. No, yeah, just send it to me. Put my name on it, and then notification just popped up. All right, what do we got here?
See. You know how to screen. Let's check.
Let's see.
Ooh.
Up.
Yeah, let's watch it.
All right, here we go. I'll. Yeah. All right, let me share my screen here. Let's see. What are we going to do? Oh,
how we do here. It's been a while since we've done screen share stuff.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done this. Here we go. All right. Here we are. All right.
Okay. Oh, no! Oh, you might have to close my screen out. My backdrop. Oh, no, that's perfect. God!
Oh, yeah.
Coming in, lethal injection.
Lethal injection? Nope. There we go. Ooh. There we go. No ref.
We need a ref out here.
No ref. You can hear this, right? Oh, Briscoe.
Yeah.
There's
Oh, Sunjay. That's Sunjay Dutt right there, the one and only.
Karen Jarrett. Knocked out the ref. Damn, look at that, man. Look at that. That's some crazy stuff right there. Wow. That is some crazy stuff. Oh, man. You can't write that stuff.
Looking at what other stuff is on there, Everett? I'm sure you could see it on AEW's.
Yeah, there's all right. Let's see. All right. They had their Double or Nothing. There's Dynamite. I guess Dynamite is that's tomorrow there. Well, check this match out. We got, look at this right here. Let me share this here.
It's fun. This is a breast catch up, Everett. Put it at see. Well,
yeah, this is great. There's something for tomorrow night right there. You can check out.
Yeah.
Right there. There's something for tomorrow night. Yeah.
Oh, that ought to be interesting. That ought to be an interesting matchup.
Yeah. It definitely will be. Let me keep that right there because I can pull up some more stuff here. Let's see. Yeah, they had a bunch of stuff that I guess happened at Double or Nothing. I mean,
I know.
Yeah, check out this picture of Maxwell Jacob Freeman. This looks badass. I show you right there. Look at that. The devil.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's Maxwell, man. You know? Hey. The thing I gotta say about MJF, the guy gets the business, okay? At a young age, he gets it. He is the character. He lives it. He don't do interviews just as, hey, this is, who I am. And then he goes, and then when he's on TV, he becomes that character. No, he lives that character 24/7, which is great. That's how
Here's another one,
he gets it. He gets it.
Here you go.
I'm scrolling through AEW on TV right now. I'm scrolling through it right now. I can't believe she won. Chris Statlander won the TBS championship.
Oh,
I can't believe it.
Oh my gosh, really? I just see Young Bucks got kicked here, or Young Bucks. I just saw Young Buck. I just sent you something with the Young Bucks and John Moxley.
Yeah.
Just now. Click on.
Okay. Yeah, let me take a look. All right.
I'm just going through the Twitter. Ooh.
What the heck was that? All right. Let's take a look at this here.
Yeah, let's. Okay.
Let's take a look at this. What the heck?
Okay.
What's that?
Was that an exploding bag? Oh.
What the heck?
He's not done.
So we can hook fireworks up to him.
Yeah.
What the hell was that? The exploding.
That was no, man.
That was. What the heck? Wow.
That's nuts.
What are they doing?
That is crazy.
Hey,
I don't know, man. They're doing something.
Everett, want to try to strap a firework to your boot next time?
Nuts, man.
Jeez.
That's nuts,
man. I guess they're trying to really. You know what they're trying to? Oh, they're trying to amp up from the last time that Moxley had that match with Eddie Kingston, I believe. They're trying to get that angle but better with Odia, or like how the explosions happen, and whatever.
Yeah.
I see. I see. Scrolling.
I can't believe that. I can't believe that stuff, man. So that's what I've been missing on AEW. That's what I've been missing on AEW. Oh, okay. We got a holy shit moment right here. All right, let's take a look at this here.
Oh boy.
All right. Yeah, there we go. All right. What do we got here?
I don't know.
Shaved his head.
Oh, right to the table.
He just killed himself.
Unbelievable. I don't know how many feet high in the air he was, but good God.
Can we try that again one more time?
Yeah, that was high.
Everett.
Stuff right there, man. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's some crazy stuff, man. Wow.
Yeah, imagine if we were there.
That's
Everett.
crazy.
You were
Statlander beat Jade Cargill for the TBS championship. Let me take a look here and look at this. As Chris Statlander Jade before injury. All right, let's take a look here. Yeah.
Oh, it would help.
It's
like,
not.
Now where I'm lagging, I have my box. I just shut my side down.
What'd you shut down?
Try now. Wi-Fi.
Now you're not lagging.
My wife.
Why do you
on my end?
You're lagging. You're lagging. You're lagging. You're lagging. I got like 4 tabs open up over here, man.
No, I shut my. That's why I shut down. Yeah, I just shut my stuff down so you can play stuff now. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going through looking at some stuff here, but before we get like back on anything, let me just say this. All right, let me just say this. We just had Memorial Day weekend, okay, and I was supposed to go wrestle show with brothers, but my one brother hurt his elbow acted up, the same one he had surgery on not too long ago. Well, he's back in the hospital, so I didn't get to go over and watch Monday Night Raw with him on Memorial Day because he was in the hospital. I text him and I'm like, man, what's going on? How you doing? And he's like, I'm still in the hospital. They won't let him go until he gets whatever taken care of. And I'm just like, wow, man. I'm like, I'm pulling for you. I hope everything goes good. And I love him, and I just hope he gets better. That's all I want. I just want him to get better.
Did you go home and grill? Did you have a nice little weekend with your wife and Callie?
I tried to grill. I have a charcoal grill, a little Weber charcoal grill. I couldn't get the damn thing lit. I said, forget this. So let's move everything back inside and let me do it on the stove in the oven. So that's what I did.
There you go. Couple burgers. Nice. And a couple cold ones, of course.
Yeah. I did. I had some my new drink right now.
Miller High. Going high. Miller High. There you go.
Miller High Life. Miller High Life. Forget Anheuser-Busch products. I've never really been an Anheuser-Busch person. I've been more like a Miller person anyway. Miller Brewing Company. I have been since I was in my 20s. So that's how long I've been drinking Miller Brewing Company stuff. Every once in a while, I would have something from Anheuser-Busch, but I don't care for it now. I like the taste of Miller compared to you know, Anheuser-Busch products. I like Miller Brewing Company.
I had a couple Bud Lights. I'd heard a lot of things going on with that company lately. I guess they're doing a lot of, I'm sure you've seen that too. Whatever. I don't know. They're just
Yeah, it's it is something, but there's people who's not drinking anymore. There's people who are like, I don't care what's going on, I'm going to drink it.
Yeah.
And me, I pretty much a Miller Brewing Company person, so this is what I'm drinking. That's what I've been drinking. I think I switched over. Back in the day, I switched over to drinking Miller Brewing Company stuff when I seen Stone Cold Steve Austin come to the ring, and when he was doing his beer thing, and he had Miller Lights out there. I say, that's my drink from now on, and I've been drinking it ever since. And that's been probably about 20 something years ago, man. 20 almost 30 years ago. I've been drinking Miller.
Have you found
Miller.
Look, have you found that Texas beer is broken beer yet or no? Have you still found that?
I've seen it online.
Tried it?
I've seen it online.
Yeah.
I want to buy it and have it shipped. I know our friend Robin Nelson got a hold of some one point. Yeah,
I tried. It was okay. I had one.
You did? One. Was it the IPA, Broken Skull IPA you tried?
Yeah.
He has the American. He has that new one out, the American brew thing. So, yeah. Oh, so wow! That just popped up on my thing. I'll mention it here in a minute.
So what did David do this weekend? Or we'll talk about that. Go ahead.
You do this weekend? Yeah. Tell me what you did this weekend, and I'll talk about some stuff that popped up.
Well, Everett, Saturday morning about 11 o'clock, my buddy came pick me up, and I went down to Newark to the Heartland Ballroom, and I was there for the whole day, just helping out, setting up the ring, and because our crew there was no crew, we had like a skeleton crew, so the head guy, the boss said, "Hey, I'm gonna need you today." Okay, stepped up. So I am now part of the crew for XPW for ring crew. Got set up and tear down and help build weapons and be all over the place, Everett.
Nice.
So
nice.
But I did get to watch the show as well and watch fight happen as well. But we'll get that later. We'll get into that after we talk about a couple of matches that happened. The first match that happened was a dark match. Actually, we had like a dark match that opened up the show, and it was actually Tessa Blanchard. Surprise!
Tessa Blanchard. Wow. How was it seeing her live?
Versus Big Alex Crowley.
Wow. Alice Crowley.
She's from that Grindhouse Wrestling school.
Yeah.
That Grindhouse Wrestling and the IWA Mid-South back in her days of wrestling as well, So she's faced the likes of one Billy Starks and a couple of others.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Haley, Hollywood. Forget her name, whatever her name was, but Maria James's daughter. Yeah. But yeah, to open up that was a stellar match. Like they went toe to toe. It was great, Everett. Like Tessa was on point. Like every move set was, that she just back and forth, the chain wrestling it was just great. It was real good, fast paced, and of course she won the match. So it was very, but she called out the champion, Ludark.
No way.
So the next, I think that's a build up for July, I believe, or in California in June, I believe, is the next also. So yeah, there's a little build up there. But now looking at the card, we had a couple of new faces coming to the company. Like we're just seeing some new faces pop in, and that's what you want. You want some new people to step into the ring. We had Lucky 13, who is a CZW vet of the game. You know, he's been around for years and years in the game of wrestling, and H2O as well, and the other scene of wrestling. But this guy came in. His name is Eric Dillinger at Detroit, Michigan, I believe, and he made an impact, and he got his first hardcore victory over Lucky 13. The match was nonstop, just high, just really, just all over the place, just really going at it. Blood. Yeah, it was pretty bloody. Light tube after light tube, it was just like, it was just, yeah. And then what other match was there that really stole the show? Was a guy from the UK. We had, a couple weeks back, on a certain podcast. Well, actually, it's called the Rob Black podcast, the Rob Black Show podcast. We we wanted some little news and stuff, right? So we got an announcement that they're going to have Lou Nixon versus the Necro Butcher. Lou Nixon is from the UK. Stay tuned. He's coming on my podcast. Versus the Necro Butcher, MAGA Butcher, excuse me. They call him the MAGA Butcher because he's all American. I jumped on the chat room and I said, how about fans bring the fucking weapons? And the fans brought the friggin' weapons to the ring. My God.
Nice. Like it.
I wish I had something made, but we whipped up a couple of weapons that were on the side, so we made do. Yeah, sometimes you have to, look what I found. Hey, boss, you didn't see this. Look what I found. Somebody brought up a cowbell. Somebody brought, but look what I got signed. MAGA Butcher.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a fun match, man. The crowd was really into, because you don't see you really don't see a good independent fans bring the weapons match at these shows these days, Everett. Like, like at a normal show, like a local show or just, an independent show where they're just the guardrails. Let's just say guardrails were came into play. Necro Butcher grabs them. That's Necro Butcher's thing, guardrails, throwing chairs, still piling chairs on top of his guy. That's like his thing. He just like stacks them outside the ring. It's crazy. It's just and my God, it was just that was another good moment. I wouldn't. Okay. Oh, actually, before that, well, we'll talk about that one after. All right. What other things do you see on this card here, Everett, that I'm looking to?
Let me go ahead and pull this up here. I have like a bunch of tabs open right now.
I know. I'm looking at the card right now. I think I missed one match with the opener was the dark match, but I think I missed something with Cat Martini, the boss's wife versus the hardcore hillbilly.
Yeah, you had Cat Martini defeated the hardcore hillbilly.
The original match was supposed to be Cat Martini versus the Body from Canada. Okay, well, the Body did not show up. The Body had STD. So we had to have the hardcore hill. So she was looking for an opponent.
That's crazy. That's dude. That's some crazy stuff here.
So Cat Martini, had to, came on the mic and announced, "I open challenge. Who wants to face me right for the title?" So this guy comes. The music plays, and the hardcore hillbilly comes running out to the ring with his Trump flag, waving it around with Jasmine Sinclair, his manager. Jasmine Sinclair still around, and Cat with a victory due to Ludark. Ludark came and interfered, and it was but it was pretty interesting because funny moment was Cat Martini grabbed a 2x4 with gusset plates on it and smacked him in the ass.
Oh man, that's great. That
That
is great.
Yeah, that really was.
Mm-hmm.
And
Not
then
bad.
we had Ludark versus Becky Haight. But then they made it but then they were starting to go at it, and Chelsea Duran comes running to the ring. She throws herself in the three-way. Okay, so there's a three-way now for the women's for the title. For the women's title. Extreme title. So that was Ludark for the win, of course. But yeah, to see Becky was she has a character that she goes by. Actually, just yesterday was his birth, or it still is today. Rest in peace. Her father, Sage Supreme, the big deathmatch superstar Supreme, XPW Supreme. She goes by Sage Sin as well, the Pumpkin Queen. But she has a new character, Becky Haight. It's she's building that up, which is great.
I heard you familiar with Impact Wrestling?
Mm-hmm.
I heard that Rosemary changed her character.
Again.
Yeah. I don't know how many times she's changed it, but she apparently changed her name to something else. Let me see if I can pull this up here. Impact. Yeah, she's pretty much put the person put Rosemary on the shelf right now, and now she's basically this new character. If it loads up here, scratching my foot, I can hear it. See, hear it right there when I talk. Scratch my foot. Damn. Okay, let's. I'm trying.
I want to get back. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me. Go ahead as you talk. Let me see if I can find it.
Just
stretching. Oh. Cheap
sponsoring my. Sponsor my fun Ron Mimi's t-shirt. You can pick one up on this podcast. His commentary booth at the XPW.
Wow.
Shout out. Always get a shout out. He's a great dude from Tampa. They're actually doing a show. They're going to be doing a show in Orlando, Everett. Oh, I wish I could go. We're doing a show in Orlando. Insane. XPW is coming to Orlando in September.
Nice. That's cool. That's cool.
It is.
I can't.
But the next match. All right. We have the deathmatch champion. Yeah, the king of the deathmatch title was up for grab. The deathmatch title King of the Death match is Schlack versus Kit Osborne.
Mhm.
These guys have known each other for years in Combat Zone Wrestling for CZW. So they finally got to tangle it up in an XPW ring. And my gosh, that match was brutality. It was just, they were going at it. Blood was pouring out of Kit Osborne. And towards the end of the night, Schlack pins him 1, 2, 3. He goes over to the ring apron, and there's a fan holding up a Kit Osborne sucks sign, and starts yelling at him. Well, guess what? It was one of my friends of the Boulevard Bullies. Shout out to Brian Ginsburg for the altercation of that. Well, Kit actually took the light tube, bashed it over his head, and jumped the guardrail and started pushing him around. And yeah, security got called in. I ran over there to see what was going on. My gosh, it was a mess. It was a massacre over there in the court. Like, it was brutality. Yeah, fans never jump the guardrail, at a show, because
No, you never do. You never ever. You don't when you're a fan, you do not make yourself part of the show. You don't do it. You don't do it. You know what they used to do to the guys back in the day that used to do that? They used to get them, take them to the back, and the boys would whip their ass and then call the cops, and the cops show up. And most of the time the cops knew the boys, or if they didn't, then they'd pull the guy away. They'd take him away. But
right now, Everett, shout out to him. Shout out to my friend Brian Ginsburg of the Boulevard Bullies. They're doing a show right now with Larry Legend, and the Hardcore Hillbilly is actually joining them on the podcast right now as we speak on YouTube. So people can tune into that as well right now at the same time. And the Hardcore Hillbilly will be a guest on the Deathmatch Wrestle podcast as well soon. Stay tuned. I got some guys lined up, Everett, and Cat Martini. Yes, I got the boss's wife coming on. Oh boy, that's gonna be interesting. I got some stuff to ask her.
Yeah. I think I found what I was looking for here. I'm looking. There we go. All right. Let's see. No, that's it. Well, Rosemary is come out as Courtney Rush. It was a name that she used back before she signed with Impact. And they're pretty much, Rosemary's on the back burner for right now. So that's what's going on there.
Man. And then the main event. And then it was the main event, Everett. We had Masada.
Alex,
yes, made his comeback after his presence has been missing. He's been out of the scene for quite some time.
How long has he been gone?
Probably like a 6-month hiatus.
Wow.
And so he took on Masada, the XPW champion, heavyweight champion. Masada coming off a burn from their last show in California 2, actually. Masada was burnt to a crisp. He
damn.
Lit. Yeah, it was no good. He caught on fire by accident. Wow. The fire breather.
Flames, man. Wow.
Yeah, fire. Yeah, going up. Yeah, he caught himself on fire. But my God, this was I'll tell you what, these two, same thing, vets of the game. They Combat Zone vets, but I'll tell you what, man, they went toe to toe, and we saw a brand new XPW heavyweight champion of Alex Colon defeating Masada. So
nice.
So who's next for Alex Colon? We don't know, but there's lots of guys that want to step up, and I'm sure it's going to happen soon. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's XPW, man. Anything's possible.
Yeah.
What
Sound
else
like
is going on?
sound like a pretty good thing. That's
It really was.
Awesome.
It really was. The crowd was really hyped up. Just a good atmosphere. Good sellout show. It was.
Mhm.
And just the way that Memorial Day. How can we not have wrestling on Memorial Day? You can't beat that. Like, come on.
Well, the thing about
Yeah.
having was there a lot of people there?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. The thing about having wrestling on holidays, you're going to do promoters and a promotion's going to do good or they're not going to do good, and most of the time they skip the holiday. Like I was supposed to go wrestle this weekend, they canceled their show because it was Memorial Day holiday. They're supposed to announce when they're going to have the next show. Whenever that is, I don't know. But I know me and my brothers are going to go as we always do. And we're going to cut up, have a good time, cheer and boo who we like, and just have a good time there. And
I made a lot of new. I'll tell you what, Everett, being part of the ring crew, I met a lot of new friends that are going to be a part of the team. So it's really, a new bond. We got guys coming. We have guys they actually we have a ring rental, so it came from RPW. So they some of their guys came down and ref, and then the next night the referee actually had to go down to Virginia to ref the POR stunt show. POR Wrestling had a deathmatch show down there in West Virginia, and the Hardcore Hillbilly was there as well as Hardcore himself. There was another guy named Hardcore, so there's a lot of good stuff that happened.
Well, one thing
Actually,
about since you're talking about wrestling, I've been going back watching stuff that I used to produce for like one of the two wrestling promotions that I did work for, and I've been going back watching those four shows from Adrenaline Wrestling. I've been going back watching that because honestly, I miss. I do. I'd be lying if I didn't tell you that I missed doing a production for a wrestling promotion like that. That's great. I also miss doing commentary. I do miss doing commentary. I had fun doing commentary. I had fun. I had fun doing commentary. I missed it because I pretty much got away with what I could and couldn't say, but I kept it within certain guidelines. And I miss doing color commentary. I had so much fun, and the people I did it with there when I did it at Adrenaline Wrestling, I loved it. I even missed the stuff I did back in the day with Chris Carnage, when we did Knockout Wrestling there, and I missed doing that stuff. And I was sitting here thinking the other day, I said, I had a lot of fun doing what I did with doing production for CFWE when that right there. But go back before that, doing the color commentary for Knockout Entertainment when I had Knockout Wrestling. That was great. I enjoyed that. I missed doing that, which I mean, it was fun. But then the commentary, people love the commentary. They're like, yeah, this is better than what we had before, because you had a couple of high functioning whatever for Knockout that, I don't know, one guy, he had a good voice and he sounded really good calling the matches, and you had this other guy that come in and be like, and it's like, who is this guy? Who the hell is this guy, man? It's like, does he have you got one guy who's trying to sound like Gordon Sully, and then you had this other guy who had who got hit in the face with a baseball bat. I don't know. I mean, you call that commentary? I guess so, but it worked for them for a while. And
that sounds like a Muggsy McGill.
I don't understand people who do commentary who do commentary for independent wrestling shows, how come most of the time you guys promote the shows that you're a part of, you promote the shows that you're doing, but most of the times there's the other half that don't, and all they do is they retweet and share and post like AEW, WWE stuff. And it's like, you're on a show. How come you ain't promoting yourself on the show, man? You can put butts in the seats. You can walk out with a good payday, like the boys. But no, you don't do it. You don't do it. I don't understand that. There's some who have a podcast out there who they AEW, WWE, AEW, WWE. Hey, I'm doing commentary for the independent wrestling show. Well, how come you ain't sharing that? You're sharing all this other stuff. I don't get it. I've never understood that. Then
I'm Joe Rogan. Hey, I'm Joe Rogan. I'm going to be doing my own commentary for my own show because I suck. Come on.
Come on, man. I honestly like Rogan. I watch him when depending on whose guest he had on. My favorite guest he had on just not too long ago was the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Woo!
Hey, Everett, did you see the other news? The Dark Side of the Ring just I guess announced a whole bunch of new. Can we go through the list and find it?
Oh, I can find it. I can tell you right now because I have a friend of mine on social media.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
He went ahead and posted it. I can
Really?
Dude, I can pull this up right. I can pull it up right now. There he is. Boom. He just posted it. There we go.
Really?
Here.
Oh.
All right. I want to give a shout out to Jim Phillips, man. I hope you're doing great, buddy. I hope you're doing great because he put this out here. So, all right, let's share this. Boom, Dark Side of the Ring. So this is what we got going on here for the season 4 Dark Side of the Ring. So which was tonight, you got the Chris and Tammy season premiere. On June 6th, you got Shattered, the Magnum CA story, which I really want to see. On June 13th, you got Breaking the Cycle, the Graham Dynasty. On June 20th, What Happened to Doink the Clown. On June 27th, you have on July 11th, The Tragic Fall of Adrian Adonis, which I like to see. On July 18th, you have Bash to the Beach 2000, which that's really interesting. On July 25th, you got Abdul the Butcher, which I like to see that one right there, Legacy of Blood. Now, here's one I definitely takes me back to my childhood. On August 1st, you got Bam Bam Bigelow, the Beast from the East. And then you have the season final on August 8th, The World According to Marty Jannetty. There you go.
So they're really coming up with a run of who's who. I mean, they're filling it out. They are filling it out, Everett.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course they are, man. They know what they're doing. I still like to watch the what do you call it from I'm trying to think, man. What was it?
You need to watch. You gotta watch the X. What? I was going to say, have you? You got to go back and watch the XPW Dark Side of the Ring with Rob Black. I don't think you've ever seen that one, have you?
No, I'll have to.
Go back and watch that. Yeah, about his career in the business of porn and how he got slandered and so much stuff, and then he came back. He's doing awesome now. Clean slate, So he's back. And he's a married man now. Congratulations. So, he's got a beautiful.
That's amazing.
Martini, shout out to him. I know.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's good. That's good.
What other Everett? What other? God.
Let me finish up my rant. I was sitting there going on and stuff, but like I was talking about, I miss doing color commentary for Adrenaline and what I did with Knockout Wrestling. I miss doing production for what I did with CFWE and Adrenaline. I miss that stuff, man. I was looking at that, and it comes down to this. With my run I've had on the independent scene in wrestling, I've had short runs, no long runs. It's just a short, boom, done. All right, you move on, you wait a while, then something comes along, you do it, and then it ends, and then something else comes along, and then it ends. So my time on the independent wrestling scene as a producer, editor, color commentary, that's pretty much, it's come and it's gone. And you have the stuff out there that I put out there for these promotions. I can always go back and watch, but honestly, David, it's never going to happen for me again. Never. I've accepted that. Never.
Well,
my phone's not blowing up saying, "Hey, man, you want to come do some color commentary?" No, it's not going to happen. No one's going to call me. No one's going to message me because no one's really going to look at the stuff that I did that I'm proud of. But I can put it on my bucket list. Hey, at least I did that. Next thing,
Everett,
my bucket list would have probably going to end up being an extra on an independent movie somewhere, if that ever happens. I'll probably end up not making it to 50. When with me already being 45, so I don't know. That's just how I'm looking at it. This is how I'm looking at it. I mean, I'm just shooting from the hip.
I know.
Yo.
You're bone dry. You're bone dry is what you are. You're bone dry, as they say.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you what else I've been this past weekend. Let me just share this. I didn't really get off the couch much because I've been in so much pain, and the pain, and now it's still there, but now it's gone.
But Everett, you've been watching, but I've seen you've been posting a lot of Fast and Furious lately, though. You've been on a binge of podcast. I totally forgot about that. And did you see the final? I want to watch that this week probably. Well, I have some time.
I'm going to watch it. Now, since you brought up me doing a bunch of Fast and Furious podcasts covering all 9 films, I said to myself, excuse me, I said, God, my gut hurts. I'm going to have to say that the reason why I did Fast and Furious podcast, I put out there on social media, hey man, anyone want to join me? I want your input on this. I didn't hear nothing. I'm like, I'm going to do this myself. I'm putting these out here for the fact that I like these films. I like the action, the cheesy, crazy explosions, and the superhuman cars that get exploded and blown up, and they still drive through the fire out on the other end. And it's like, oh my goodness, how'd that car do that? It's Fast and Furious, launching cars into space, launching cars off of stuff, off a cliff, and swinging around on a bridge rope and landing over on the other side
smoking donuts. Smoking donuts,
that picks up cars and pulls them, through buildings and stuff. I love that stuff because it's crazy. It's nonsense, but it's entertaining to me. So I said, I'm going to cover all 9 films. I'm going to do a podcast reviewing all 9 films. People are going to love it. People are going to hate it. So I did it for people who's going to like it, and I did it for people who's not going to like it. They could be like, I can't believe he's doing this. But I'm pretty much filling up time to when I get to 300 episodes. I'm pretty much taking the mic, dropping it, and walking away from it. I'm pretty much here in the last year. My podcast has been, here, and now it's starting to, It's gone downhill. I don't have the same fan base as I had about 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I don't have that same fan base no more, man. They've gone. They're gone. And I'm just hanging on by a thread right now, just hoping to eventually get to 300 because
I was gonna say, Everett, are you gonna throw anything? You gonna throw anything new out there, or like another movie wise, or no? You thinking about doing another? Maybe I might join you. Who knows? Maybe I'll join you if you do another review on something. I'd have to do a little research and study the movies. You tell me something. Maybe we'll do that down the line.
You know what I just watched here recently? I'll tell you, I've been watching a lot of TV here. I've been watching a lot of movies. I have Peacock, and I actually looked on Peacock to see what they have. I noticed they got all 3 Mummy movies with Brandon Fraser, and they got the Scorpion King.
That was another.
I said, you know what? Let me go back and watch the first Mummy. I haven't seen it forever, and they have these available in 4K, and I got a 4K TV, dude. Pretty awesome stuff. So I went back and I watched all of it. I never saw the third film, and I can understand why people didn't like it and how much it sucked because I didn't really enjoy it much. But I'd still talk about it. Those are out there, this happened, that happened, and just stuff about that. The only good thing about the third Mummy movie, Gently. That's it. Gently was a badass. But the movie felt rushed with recasting on a certain character because I don't know. But I'll tell you what, I went back and watched Scorpion King. I remember taking my little brother to go see Scorpion King back in the day. He loved it. We went to theaters on opening day to see that movie right before, like at noon. I said, "Come on, let's go see Scorpion King. I know you like The Rock." "Oh, I don't want to go." Like, come on, let's just go see the Scorpion King.
Rock.
I know
The Rock. The Rock. You have to see The Rock. You got to support The Rock.
Oh, it was great. It was great. It was great seeing that because he was a big wrestling fan at the time. He's not too much into it now, or actually at all.
There's so many movies. Yeah, action movies. If I could go back and Everett, you know what? Like I could go back and like Terminator. I could go back and watch Terminator. Like
Terminator. Talk about Terminator. James Cameron. I seen this thing. James Cameron is going to write a new Terminator based on the AI that we have that's out now. And now. You already did 2 movies. You did one, or you already did like 4 films with talking about Skynet, that AI. And then you come back after Genesis, the one after it, when they brought back Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor. They did basically that story was the same thing, but instead of having a male chosen male character, you replaced it with a female chosen character. I don't know, Cameron, man, I don't know. I've kind of given up. The only thing, I mean, what's Arnold now? Like almost like 80. I want to see an 80-year-old Schwarzenegger, Alta la vista, baby. I mean, come on, man. By this time when he walks, I'm like having a hemorrhoid, at this time. When he pulls the gun.
Or like a Sylvester Stallone, right? In Rocky.
Man, I like it. These films came and they went. They're great. Rocky, Stallone, Rocky. I liked Rocky. I liked Rambo. I'm glad they ended Rambo. They pretty much ended Rocky. He wasn't in the third Creed movie. So
I like Cliffhanger. That was pretty cool though. That was a good movie. Cliffhanger with Rocky. With Stallone. Dude, Stallone did Cliffhanger, I believe.
Yeah, did you know he wants to do a second one? After like 40 years, you're going to do a sequel to Cliffhanger. I'm just like, wow. But I'll tell you.
I haven't seen it. Everett, what about horror movies? Has it up with anything? I don't know. I haven't been following. I haven't really seen it. I wanted to watch the Evil Dead remake because when I saw I heard some people say that the new Evil Dead that came out, they didn't like it. They didn't like it because it wasn't that great. The remake, they said, yeah, it's great, but
to me, Evil Dead is Evil Dead. Bruce Campbell, Evil Dead. Army of Darkness. That. And now, if they ever try to remake Army of Darkness, I'll probably be like these butthurt people out here. I'd probably lose my mind if they tried to come out and do a Evil Dead remake. I mean, Army of Darkness remake. Excuse me. Don't even think about doing Army of Darkness. Hollywood don't even need to touch Army of Darkness. Okay, the minute they touch Army of Darkness is pretty much when I would come out of retirement from podcasting and go on a rant every single weekday because of that, just to do it, but just make people
think,
like.
Everett? Let's switch it up.
But
Let's switch it up now, man.
Guess what I found. I found my copy of PS4 Far Cry 5. Far Cry.
So you're back into the game scene again. Nice.
Yeah, I've been. That's also what I did this weekend. I fired up and I almost beat Far Cry 5 back a few months ago, or not a few months ago. No, a few years ago. About 2-3 years ago, I got Far Cry 5 when it first came out, and I played the hell out of it. I almost got to the end to where I had to beat those that played it. I'll throw this stuff out here. I got to almost beating Jacob Seed. And if I would have beat him, then I would have moved right on to go after Joseph. Well, I deleted my game file so I could put some apps on there, movie apps, because my Fire Stick took a dump. So I moved my PS4 from here and moved it to my living room. And I was like, I'm going to play a game. So I went and looked at my games and I saw Far Cry 5 and I was like, I never beat that. I got close, but I never beat it. So I took the I took it and I put it in, I reinstalled it, and I started fresh again. And I'm having a blast with it, but I love the story of Far Cry 5 for the fact that they've taken something from like Waco, Texas, and they made like the story with the John Koresh, with the cult leader, with his two brothers, sister that's taken over a Montana
Everett.
country. Yeah.
Besides gaming, man, we just lost a musician, man. We lost Tina Turner. Look at that, man. Like
And no pun intended, but she was simply the best. She was. Tina Turner, she had a great music career. She came out of she's a strong woman. Okay? When you look at women in the music industry, look at Tina Turner, man. She came out of an abusive relationship. She got rid of that abuse, and she went on to star in the big stardom. And she was in one of my favorite movie franchise, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, which is great.
I remember that.
And then she sung the song for the movie. We don't need another hero. Yeah. Hell yeah. Gina, God rest your soul.
She was great, man. She was great. I see. You know what? Whenever like you go to like a what is it, like a party or like a venue or something, they'll have like the Legends night, like a Legends band fake band will come in, do impersonations of the bands, and like Tina Turner was like one of those people I've seen before. That's fun. It's just see them play the act like as a Sinatra or Tina Turner or Elvis, like Vegas, like how Vegas did it, Everett. You just pull.
No, I'm just messing with you. I love doing this shit. I love doing that stuff. Just sitting there, just
you fucker.
Just messing with you, man.
Yeah. No, but like I said, Everett, did you ever get a chance to see any? All right, Karen. All right, you're gonna have a heart attack doing that.
had to do it one more time. Okay. All right. Yeah. Go ahead. Oh no. No, he messed up. He's doing it trying to do it. You're great. But man,
Yeah,
this
like
is
Everett,
this has
like
been
you ever
great.
see an Everett? Like, did you ever see any of those like shows like where they impress people? Ever like go to like those like improv shows like where they impress or they just be like a singer or they're an actor like they just like some or Elvis impersonator
Yeah,
have
yeah,
you ever
like
seen
yeah,
anything?
the impersonators. Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a Tina Turner to I've seen her in the past at a couple Atlantic City shows or like a casino show or whatever. Funny and pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to smoke yourself out. Hey man. Now do you believe this ever? Talking about smoking, man, marijuana is killing. They're opening up because they're opening a lounge a hotel lounge in Atlantic City for marijuana now.
Really?
In Atlantic City.
I heard we're talking about lounges and hotels. They closed the Star Wars hotel down. I didn't even know they had a Star Wars hotel. I had no idea, man. Excuse me. Yeah, I had no idea, but
this was great, Everett. This was great. Like you were saying,
I had a great time talking with you and just going on a little rant.
You know what? Could you pick something next? You surprise me. We'll do something on your show. Ooh, see, we're gonna play reverse shows, folks. Take us back in time. We'll have to do one of those retro nights together. We should do like a
80s night. Yeah.
Let's do that. That sounds like something fun. We'll talk about movies and TV shows, and let's do that. We'll do that. I don't think we ever done that really. No, I don't think we have. We've just done like stupid stuff though. I think in the past.
Yeah. But
I'm tired, man. I gotta get to work.
I had a great time, man. Well, we'll have to do this again before I hang it up. Completely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dust off the boots.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Everett,
I really don't have right now.
Yeah.
So about the only thing I'm doing right now is just I'm working, watching a lot of TV, playing games again. I really have nothing else lined up. I'm like, after I did that last episode 279, now it's like, what am I gonna do for 280? What do I do for 280? And I may do some movie reviews, talk about stuff. I don't know, but I haven't got out there yet to ask any wrestlers. Now there is some people.
Yeah,
there's some people that I want to get back on the Everett Lee show before I hang it up. So if any of them is watching, don't be surprised if I have you come back on before I call it quits. Okay. So, and the short version of why is because I got a daughter who's 6 now. When my parents divorced when I was 6, I wish that my parents, both of them, were there more when I was 6. So I want to try to do that with my daughter, be there more for her. So I'm pretty much giving this all up, just to be a average Joe again, because 9 years, you get up to the top, and when you get up to the top where there's only one place else to go, and it's all downhill. So, all All right, I'm done.
That's it, Everett. I don't have
plugs. I'm on Facebook, Everett Lee Show. So, Facebook.com/the Everett Lee. Twitter,
I think I have it.
Lee. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
No, bingo. I still have yours. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Will
Right there.
StreamYard ever fix that? StreamYard will never add the icons. I told them way back.
Yeah.
They add so much new features.
Give it time. One day we'll get to it.
I think they did a whole bunch of new stuff at Everett that you have to like look into. They did a lot of like layout work now. Look at that, Everett. They got like different stuff you could do with the whole thing and stuff. They got like you could crop your podcasts. You could before the show. That's insane. You gotta watch the tutorials on Facebook. Yeah.
Cook. I just felt like saying that.
Yeah. I don't have anything planned this weekend. I'm just gonna take it easy. No podcast this weekend, Everett. Just gonna take it easy. I've been taking it easy here and there. Yeah. But I will have a guest on pretty soon. Like I said, the boss's wife, Kat Martini. Stay tuned. You never know. I'm the Hardcore Hillbilly coming soon. Eric Dillinger coming soon. Yes, I have some people in the works on the Deathmatch Russell podcast. I really don't talk about independent wrestling as much. I'm starting to fade away from that Titan wrestling and other wrestling. I just don't have the urge anymore. It's expensive. It's like they're getting too carried away over it. Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes it's best maybe to be less, right? Less is
better.
But
yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right.
But anyway, let's call it a night, Everett. I'm tired. I'm ready to call it quits. Let's just say good night, everybody. Good night, everybody.
All right. Good night, everyone. See you next time.
On the Everett Lee Show.
For more Deathmatch Russell podcast interviews, follow on social media at Facebook at Deathmatch Russell Podcast, Twitter at David New Jersey 32, Instagram at DavidNJ36, YouTube channel David C. Russell, website at deathmatchrussellpod.com. Visit brainbustertees.com for Deathmatch Russell podcast merchandise. Follow XPW Wrestling at www.thexpwwrestling.com. Also check out WrestlingWithJohners.com. Just hit the like button and share.